What's going on, YouTube? Back with another video. My ear just started itching. Today I'm just gonna drop kind of like a news video, basically, so you guys can understand the cycle of how 2K is gonna drop their news for 26. Really, just got some 24 gameplay in the background. Yeah, it's 24. And yeah, it's gonna be probably like a real quick. Hopefully, I know I chat a lot, but hopefully a real quick news video just to show you guys what the cycle would be, pretty much. So the time frames when you can expect the news. Obviously, they can change anything. I'm just going off of how it's been for the past few years, but. Finish off my intro, always like to spread the word. This one is gonna be from where we at. I lost it. We're in Proverbs chapter 21, verse 30. No human wisdom or understanding or plan can stand against the Lord. So that was Proverbs chapter 21, verse 30. Real simple one, pretty much. Basically, whatever you think, whatever somebody else thinks, the smartest man in the world is still not as smart as God. My God is the creator of all things. God was in the beginning. God formed all things. God has the ultimate knowledge, or like we can't fathom the amount of knowledge and wisdom that God has, and we can't do the things that God does. Even though we may plan something out, God may have a different plan, and at the end of the day, God's plan is what's going to come true. What else? What was it? Knowledge, wisdom, or understanding? Yeah, we can't understand. You can't understand nothing when you look at the grand scope of things. We don't understand so much about this world, about different creatures. What we don't know, like, what's the statistic about? We don't know what, like 70% of the oceans like unexplored or something, unknown and all that. I don't know, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. We don't know nothing when you compare it to what God knows. So just rest in that fact and just understand that whatever you have planned, if you submit yourself to God's plan, that's what's going to come true. So you might as well, at the end of the day, just submit yourself to God's plan. So basically, to get into the basic news cycle, I don't know when this video is going to drop, but as I speak today, it is June 9th. So basically, first thing you're probably going to get probably at the end of June, early July is your cover athlete. If you care about that, good job, you get your news really early. But you're gonna get your cover athlete, then probably a week or two after that, probably early July, first 2 weeks of July, I wanna say you're gonna get like that Play Now gameplay trailer. Well, not like Play Now, but that little like cinematic gameplay trailer that really doesn't show you a singular thing. You're gonna see the improved graphics and all that stuff. It's gonna be the same cycle, same stuff. Gameplay, like you're not gonna see too much like crazy stuff like early on. Then probably around the end of June, or not June, my months is way off. Probably around the end of like July is when you start getting some decent news. You'll start getting some stuff like a few gameplay things here and there. You might see some very, 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 very slight gameplay news, but not much. And you're not really gonna get a lot of park related stuff or nothing. You might get a few leaks here and there. Be very careful about leaks. Yeah, leaks can get a little difficult. Don't trust them, obviously. A lot of people are going to tell you this and that and the third. Take everything with a grain of salt until the game comes out, because even 2K, they'll say one thing and then something completely different happen. Even Ronnie, even Mike Wang. I'm not trying to like disrespect or clown or nothing. I'm just saying how that's just the truth. Not everybody knows how the game's going to play until we get the game, and things can change. And even after probably community day is probably going to be like end of July, maybe in August, depending. They always like to switch it up a little bit, but even during their community day, that's not the final base. That's not the final form of the game. That's a way earlier version of the game. They probably like changed like plenty of things already, so you might still see and hear about things that are already out the game or already been changed. So take everything with a grain of salt until the game does come out. What else is there going to be? So then you'll probably start getting like your Play Now news and your My League, My GM, all that stuff is going to happen probably like early August. Yeah, week 1 or 2 of August, that's when you'll get that news. Then you'll start getting like My Team news, the W news, all that stuff. W probably before. Then you'll start getting a little bit of My Team news, and Mike Wang should return around that time too, in like mid-August. Mike Wang will return, all the devs will return, drop their little gameplay, little nooks and crannies and all that stuff, all that little small information. And even with all that, take that stuff with a grain of salt too, because the devs intend the game to be one way, but once the community gets their hands on the game, it's going to be something completely different. So the game's just, like, you really don't know what to expect. Like all the news and information, all the hype, I will drop news videos too. I'm gonna tell you guys what sounds good, what doesn't sound good, and I'm gonna be completely honest with everything. But don't expect everything to be at the highest level, because you never know how the game is actually gonna play out and how everything's actually gonna work together with the community having the game in their hands. And then you're not gonna get your My Career news, maybe a little storyline till like the end of August, and then Same thing, end of August, maybe even in September, like first week, like 2-3 days at 25, 2-3 days before 25 came out is when they dropped the city and all that stuff. So that's when you can expect basically the full timeline and all that. But the main thing, most important thing, the stuff that I'll be posting is all the stuff that you see on like Mike Wang's Twitter. I feel like that's the most important source of news. Mike Wang is one of the most like consistent ones, in my personal opinion. I'm not saying he's like knows it all, but you get a lot of information does come from 2K Twitter. So if you're not on 2K Twitter, probably around like late July, you should probably hop on 2K Twitter, start looking at that if you like care about the game. But if not, I'm gonna probably drop like a lot of summaries of what to expect from the game, what everybody's saying about the game, and how it might and might not play out. So that's basically like the general timeline. So Twitter's kind of like one of the best spots. So that's why once Mike Wang drops down again, that's when a lot of stuff is gonna start happening. People start posting about gameplay news and all this stuff. So if you wonder where people are getting their news from and all that, if it's not Mike Wang's Twitter, or there's a lot of other developers. I keep saying Mike Wang because I'm not gonna lie, I rock with Mike Wang. I know a lot of people don't, but I rock with Mike. You know what I'm saying? But then there's a bunch of other people like LD2. He might drop like something here or there. If Ronnie says something, Ronnie's not like the main, he's not a developer. He's just a social media face basically. So you don't gotta really, he doesn't know the full ins and outs of what the game is about to be. So I'm not saying don't listen to him like whatsoever, like he might drop a hint here or there. But basically that's like the cycle in totality of like how the news will kind of release and what you can expect from everything and when to expect. Damn, I just do a turnover. Low key some buns at 24 or something. It's like, nah, I thought. But yeah, that's pretty much trying to think. I don't think I missed nothing. That's pretty much the general cycle of the 2K news cycle. If anything does come out though, if you guys want, turn the what do you call it? I haven't done this before. Turn the noties on, and I will be dropping news videos once that time frame like comes around. Only on the stuff that I feel like is important though. Like I'm not gonna lie, I don't care about no cover athlete. I don't care about my league, my GM. Sorry to the people who play that. I don't play that, so I'm gonna drop more so like park gameplay news, stuff like that, badges that they talk about, stuff like that I feel like is more so important to the game. But there's gonna be plenty of news out there, plenty of other people posting everything. So just find your source and just rock with them. You know what I'm saying? And don't believe anything. Don't believe everything everyone says, even me. I try my best to tell the truth though. But that's pretty much all I got. And yeah, I guess I'll catch y'all in the next one then.